Adjust your thing. Look, your circle. Put your circle. Yes, right smack dab
Right
in the
here.
middle. Okay, I am Lee,
Big Mike in the
and
house.
this is Let Us Say It For You. How are you guys doing today? I hear you. Cool. How you doing, Beth?
I'm good. I'm really good, actually.
I'm really good.
Yeah.
How is Millennials on the Move doing? Tell me about that. How's that going?
Millennials on the Move is
My
going.
baby girl is an entrepreneur extraordinaire.
Yes, Millennials on the Move is going great, actually. I have some new ventures that I'm looking into, some events that are coming up. Stay tuned.
Boom, boom, boom.
I like to give enough planning time for things to be
As you
executed
should.
properly.
Yes.
So by the end of next year, by the end of this year, I'm going to have like a major Millennials on the Move event that I want everybody that is tuning in to show up and show out. I want to showcase all of the millennials that are in business, that are entrepreneurs, that have nonprofits, that are starting initiatives. We're going to get together. We're going to make some things happen. But yeah, so I'm just preparing for stuff like that. So yeah,
Beautiful.
That's what's happening in the Millennials on the Move
So
world.
proud of you.
Oh, by the way, I have an amazing interview coming out tomorrow, y'all.
Cool.
You have to tune in. Oh, I don't even want to say his name. I just want you guys to tune in to this interview tomorrow that I drop on my podcast.
Wait, when is tomorrow? Because this might not be dropped. This might drop after your interview.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so when is the interview dropping?
So, today's the
20th.
24th, and it's the 25th right now.
It's 25th now, yeah.
Today's the 25th. It has dropped on the 25th.
Boom.
So if you're listening to this, when you're done listening to us, of course, go listen to Millennials on the Move podcast. I am live on, I think, 9 or 10 platforms, whatever number it is. I'm just glad I'm on there. So y'all just stay. It's just so great. I just want y'all to hear it so bad. I'm so excited. So yeah,
I will be tuned in.
please.
Yes, I will. Okay, cool. Do I have any new news for you guys?
Me and Nicole. What's
Yes,
going on with me and
so
Nicole?
for the first time, I think, on this podcast, shout out to my original company, which was meandnicolebrand.com. It is a hat company, but that's not all it's going to be. I'm going to eventually do more things, guys, but I'm just busy. You know, I'm busy. So it's like every single thing I do it myself, and I take pride in that. However, I'll be tired. You know, there's only so much I can do. So, Me and Nicole Brand right now, that's one of our sponsors. I'm going to do a nice, like, sponsored ad for it one of these days. But right now, you can use code SUMMER at meandnicolebrand.com and get some percentage off there. I think it's 15. And I've been drawing. So if you guys are listening to this podcast, that means you see this yellow background. It's a picture of me as a cartoon. So I needed one of these really, really bad, and I could not find anyone to do it. So then I decided, well, Leah, you must be able to do this yourself, and that's it. So now it is a venture of mine. I'm good at it, but I can get better. So I'm not charging like crazy rates, but the IG for that is Tunes by Lee on IG. And so I've had 2 people so far hit me up. Shout out to Mila and shout out to Jody that are paying me to draw them in cartoons, and it's very exciting. But I think for me, I'm just trying to get my mind wrapped around doing multiple things. So it's like that's kind of what I'm doing with my spare time. I take naps as often as I can.
Avid napper.
Yeah, but
Yes.
my naps aren't naps. Like Tarsha can take are you like a 10-minute napper?
No.
Tarsha can do that. I can't do
I mean,
that.
I can, but I don't.
No.
If I'm going to sleep, I'm going to sleep.
Yes.
It's
if I
2
go
hours.
to sleep, I go to sleep. I'm like 4. So if I sleep, like I sleep. Like yesterday I texted Micah like a sad face and instantly fell asleep. And I didn't wake up until she showed up at my house. And she was like,
Ridiculous.
what's wrong with you? But yeah, it's like I'm not at like a 10-minute. That's like a power nap. That's what that's called. I can't do that. So if anybody has any advice on how, not Tarsha, because I don't think she has advice. I think that's just what she does. She just falls asleep. Her and Paige. And Sadie. Sadie kind of sucks at it too. They just fall asleep at any given moment and just kind of trail off. But anyway, so our last episode was about dating. That was like dating part 1. Thank you, everybody. I went live for about maybe 15 minutes. And I got so many people interacting. Shout out to all the people that I know. Shout out to Carlum. Shout out to Shatia. Shout out to Jay. And there was another guy that commented. The guy that commented and said he does not go on a date with less than 150. Thank you.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you because you're prepared.
You're trying to get chose.
You're trying to get chose, Daddy. So thank you. Shout out to you guys. I'm going to do it more often. I may do a live in this video and you'll know. Anyway, so that was about dating. And this conversation we're going to have, I'm going to probably title it Relationships Part 1. Because this is for people who have actually gotten into relationships. So you've gone through Micah's 6 months and you're ready to take that next step into like relationship mode, and he's with it or she's with it, and we're in it now. So now me and Mike are a couple. And the things that can come up during this type of situation. Now me, while I don't have a lot of experience with dating, I have a lot of experience with being in relationships.
Boom.
Because I'm always in them.
Right.
I'm just going to tell you what I like and what I don't like. So, social media and relationships.
Okay.
If your boyfriend does not post you on his social media, how do you feel about it?
So, I got to think back to when I was in a relationship when social media like meant the most to me. And that was honestly when I was 18. 18 and 19. It's like, if you don't post me, you hate me. Like, you don't want anybody to see me. Like, why are you hiding me? Like, it was just so dramatic because it was so new. Facebook was so new. MySpace was like hella new.
That was the spot.
I'm dating myself and I don't care. I'm almost 30, yes. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, it meant so much to me. And, like, my boyfriend at the time would not post me. And he told me to specifically not post him. And so I'm like, why? I don't want anybody in our business. No, he was smashing and dashing, and that's cool. But my thing was, it was almost like, how dare you try to post me, blah, blah, blah. So after I got over that situation, I was able to... I was able to move into a more mature way of thinking about it, you know? So, you know what? This is my social media. It's mine.
Right.
It's my page. I post what I want. It's about me most of the time.
It's my page. I do what I want.
Exactly. So what happens is I get into the relationship I am in now, and he's never on social media. And honestly, guys, we didn't follow each other for a good year. I didn't follow him on anything, and he didn't follow me on anything. I didn't snoop. Okay. I'm lying. I looked one time after he told me he previously had a white girlfriend. I just had to see what she looked like. And I saw her. Like, okay. So after I looked a couple of times.
The honesty, I love it.
The year after we were together, I noticed I just wasn't on there at all. And mind you, he doesn't post. He's not a social media person. He's older than me. And I know a lot of people over like 30 to like 33, every 30 to 33-year-old I know never posts. Like, it's just, it just kind of came after, the wave kind of came after they were like, you know, super into it, right? So I'm like, okay, I can't get too mad because he barely posts anyway.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, well, let me just chill. So I just chilled.
Right.
But then, you know, the year anniversary came up and I'm like, nowhere on his page. I'm like, bro, first of all, I barely post you, but I at least post you on Valentine's Day, my G.
Occasion.
You my whole boyfriend.
You're my whole man.
You know? And like on your birthday, you're my whole boyfriend. If I can shout my friends out with 6, 7, 8 posts and these long drawn out.
We go in.
Yeah, this long drawn
Birthdays
out I love
everything.
you to the moon and back. If I can do that for my best friends, like I'm gonna do that for my dude. And I saw myself doing that and he wasn't doing it back. But he barely was posting in general. So, you know, when I came back from Jamaica, I was like, yo.
Big up yourself.
Why you don't post me, bro?
Daddy, what's up?
And he was like, there's no particular reason. You know, I barely be on there. I was like, you know what? How about you just post me on my birthday? Because I like to feel extra freaking special on my birthday. So please post me on my birthday. Special occasions, Valentine's Day. I mean, if we're bringing a new year in, I mean, damn, I exist. You know what I'm saying?
I'm around you.
Yeah. And so my thing was, no, I don't have to post my boyfriend every time we're around. Yes, we do take pictures when we're together, but honestly, either of us have our phone out. That's real. We're enjoying each other. So when I take the phone out, we take a picture. Ooh, baby, send that to me. Ooh, baby, send that to me. And that's it. That's just how it goes. But we had to really get like super like, all right, birthdays, holidays, Valentine's Day, boom. But before that, I didn't mind. But it was only when I found myself absent.
Right. It was
like is when I had a problem.
Like he looks very single.
Yeah, and his ex-girlfriend was on there. And although the date was 2015, it's like, I don't care if it was 2011. That is not your current. And that's all they know, and I'm current. So, yeah, he did what he needed to do.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's how I feel about it. You just got to talk about it. But at first, I didn't think I cared until I wasn't on there at all.
Right. So, for me, I know that I care. So there's not much, because for me, it's like, in my last relationship, I've been single for 2 years now. So in my last relationship, he was on my page enough just because I was with him all the time. And I said this to Micah before, it was like, if I didn't ever post my boyfriend, I would have to, I know that I'd be making a conscious effort not to post him, because I'm the picture person. Like when a birthday comes up, shout out to Sadie. Sadie always tells me you have like the best videos, the best pictures. I do. So I'm that person. If I don't post a picture of him, I'd have to consciously not be doing it, which is why it'd be weird for me. Now, in my last relationship, the guy that I was with, he was not social media anything. Like him and Micah's boyfriend actually got along very well. He wasn't a big social media guy, but he did post me because it was my birthday, or he'd post me because it was Mother's Day, or we have a kid together. So he would do these type of things off the strength of my girl's on it, and I'm on it enough if I like my aunt's post about Jesus. So let me shout out my girl, So that was his thing. I was recently dating somebody, and while we weren't officially in a relationship, for all intensive purposes, we were in a relationship, and he was the complete opposite. This situation bothered me. I guess if I chuck it up all now, I'll chuck it up to we weren't in a relationship, so it doesn't even matter. Right? I think I'm going to try to maintain that throughout this episode. But he didn't do it, and I complained about it because I felt like we were in one, and he agreed to it to some extent, but then didn't want to be in a relationship with me. It was a lot of things.
But that was a good realization that you came to.
Yeah, you got to just kind of come to that, like, because at the end of the day, it's either I'm very black and white.
Right.
Like, when it's all said and done, it's a yes or a no.
Right.
It's up or a down. It's a left or a
right. Right.
But before we got to that realization, we were in very gray areas. Me being black and white, we were very gray.
What most people are in.
Yes. Very, very gray. And it's okay to tough the gray out until you need a black or a white.
Right.
Team black.
Come on.
Thank you. Need a bell. Now I need a bell, guys. If you watched the last episode, Micah needed many bells. Micah was dropping gems on it. I'm going to start throwing like diamonds at you. But yeah, so anyway, the point is, before we got to that realization that he doesn't want to be with you, so that's it, we were doing very relationship ready shit, and we were in something.
Right.
And so he did things like that. He never posted me, or he did for my birthday, but it took a while to get there. And I'd take pictures of him, like most of the pictures, his recent pictures on his page, I took these pictures. But with his friends, like he'd tag his friends in pictures they took of him, but he wouldn't do it when I took these pictures. So I started to feel like, okay, are you hiding me? Am I an embarrassment to you or whatever? Because, and truthfully, these type of questions do come up. Now, I am a very sensitive, emotional woman. I embrace these things. That's just how I am. And I need a man that is fully prepared to handle this. As long as you're good with me, I'm good with you.
Right.
Me in this situation, I just called him a situation.
Well,
me and this gentleman had many tough situations that made our dating life just rougher than it had to be. So he didn't get the leeway that a brand new guy would get. I've known him for a very long time. So, things were different. All I can say is when I noticed that he would do these things, tag them in pictures that they took of him, but he wouldn't do it for me. He'd repost something that I posted. And like cut me out of it, like just really deliberate things. And I'm just like, I noticed that you don't do this with other people, but you're doing it with me.
It just looks shady.
Yeah, it looks really, really bad.
Like, come on.
It looks really, really bad. And to be very vulnerable with my listeners, this is my show. It's a safe place.
Yeah, it is.
We're all friends here. These type of things manifest really unhealthy insecurities in people. Definitely. I was going to say women, but it's not just women because it can happen to a man too.
Right.
These type of actions make really bad insecurities like develop and like fester.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not a good feeling. As somebody who's always been very, very secure, this last dating ship that I had, it made me very insecure on a lot of levels. And so it's one of those things where little things like that, I get it. People make social media seem so trivial. But again, if you're someone who's never on social media, then fine. If you're someone who's always on it, like this person I was dating, like I told Michael, we sent each other things on social media all day. It was posts all day, funny things all day, whatever. We were on it all the time. And then again, you do deliberate things. You wouldn't tag me in things, but you do it to your friends.
Right.
You'd cut me out of things. It was just very, very weird.
Yeah. So social media can be a big deal. Yeah. But social media can be a big deal. And social media is not the problem. It's the person behind social media that's the problem, right?
Please repeat yourself.
These platforms are not the problem.
They can't do shit to you.
The people that are operating behind these social platforms are the problem.
Agreed.
So for guys who get overwhelmed with having every woman at their fingertip, and you just cannot stay out of her DM, or you just have to like, comment, and share, and post and repost or whatever. Whatever. Prime example. I was in a relationship with a guy.
Hilarious.
And
shout out to my dog.
No. Don't you dare. He was super insecure and very spiteful and just spiteful. Obsessive at the least. I have to say.
Yeah, that is the least.
I went out with my dance team. We were celebrating like a really good show we had, and it's all my girls. We out, whatever. Leah, and mind you, it's like 12 o'clock. I'm in Tally. I'm at the moon or whatever, living my life. Party. And then Leah sends me a screenshot of what my boyfriend at the time, his activity on Facebook. And it was like a girl's picture, and she was cute. It had 76 likes and one comment. Guess who the goddamn one comment was? My boyfriend. I'm like, bro, this is get your dumb ass off the post. Like, it's so aggravating. It's like, bro, you could have been one of many. Now you got to be the one that stood out. Like, why you got to stand out?
Dumb thirsty dude.
Like, come on, bro. So, like, she sent me the picture, and she was like, girl, get your nigga. I said, oh, das vidanya. Anastasia. So I sent him the picture that Leah sent me. And I was like, do you know where I am and what I have on? Stop playing with me.
You better cut it the fuck out.
He literally texted me paragraphs.
Baby.
I'm so sorry.
You better be,
gosh. I just miss you so much. I just want you to come home. And why can't I come?
And that's how you show it, you dummy.
Oh my God.
You lit liquor.
Like, but that's the thing. Social media can be your downfall because the people who are operating it can literally use it to their advantage. And it can also be at a disadvantage for you. Like, he wanted to show out because he wanted to be seen. He was upset that I went out and I didn't take him with me. And so he showed out by
That's
giving.
How I acted when I was a young girl and my mom used to leave me.
Or a Yorkie acts with its owner.
Oh, he's a puppy.
Yorkie, Shih Tzus, Pomeranian, small dogs are spiteful. Me and Mila know this best.
I have a Shih Tzu. He's an asshole.
Bro, we got home.
That is bad.
And Bosley had a poop waiting on Mila on her bed, on her pillow. Bitch, Because Mila was on a dance team too, but she also had a job, so she wasn't home.
He hopped shit on her pillow.
Shit on her pillow, and it was a clean shit. It wasn't a messy one. It was clean.
That whole fucking dog would have been thrown in the trash.
But the simple mere fact that spitefulness rears its ugly head, and you have a social media platform to actually kind of like, hype it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let the devil use you.
Please don't. If you're a grown-ass man in a relationship with a grown-ass woman, please don't let social media get you caught up. I've seen so many situations where grown men have said, social media fucked up my relationship. No, baby, it didn't. You fucked up your relationship. That bitch can be as bad can be. Why don't you just like it and move on?
Right.
Like, so I had a situation with someone where he goes on this girl's pictures and he puts like 5 hard eyes on her picture. I clicked probably like 4 or 5 of her pictures, and every single one, my nigga, mine.
Stop embarrassing us.
Stop embarrassing me, you dweeb.
Oh my God.
You dork. 5 hard eyes on her picture. I go to another picture. This motherfucker is drooling. He got 5 drool emojis on her picture. I called him. Well, and mind you now, I saw this months later. But let me tell you something about me. We're going to talk about this shit. I don't give a fuck what your response is. Let me get it off my chest. He got a phone call. And I knew when I called him, he would have had an excuse for why the fuck he was drooling on some young lady's picture. Why are you so thirsty? You too fine and too cool for stuff like this.
Social media will get you caught up.
No, period. No, it won't. No, it won't. Because we just said that. It won't. Your stupid ass to get yourself caught up.
Yes, but social media gives them the room and it gives them the platform to do what they normally wouldn't. Guys, if you're in a relationship with a woman or a man, when you are on social media, like whatever you want to like. I'm not telling you not to. If something look good, I'm going to like it. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen plenty of big asses and double tap.
Go over and beyond and do the drooling face and the hard eyes.
Why are you drooling?
The tongue and the peach and
what the fuck are you doing?
Eggplant. Like, my dude, like, have some respect for your girl. Like, at the end of the day, like, I don't mind seeing that my dude likes something. I don't care. I honestly don't. But seeing him amongst 20 comments,
looking like an idiot,
looking so thirsty, bro. Like, bro, that's thirsty, bro.
And guys,
only in a relationship.
And guys, I need you to. Carlin said, I'm going to be respectful and do it all in the DMs. If you are putting heart eyes and drool emojis on her picture in public, I can only imagine what the fuck you're doing in her DM. So, true. Do all this shit in DM, but he's doing the most in public. And then my thing is, it's embarrassing. All I'm picturing is Tarcha ass scrolling through for some reason and running across it. So she'll probably say something. And then screenshot send it to me and be like, Lee, so. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to call you right back. Because I'm about to call his ass and light him up. It's just embarrassing. And I need you guys to put yourself in our shoes.
Put yourself in our shoes.
If we took ourselves on some strapping, think about a man that looks nothing like you. If you're a nice chocolate brother, regular built, imagine me with a high yellow ass, bodybuilder ass dude that looks nothing like you. That is stacked to the gods. And I'm on his picture just putting hard eyes and drooling like a
on his
fucking
pictures.
Idiot.
If you saw your girl do that, you would lose
you would be
you would
so
curse her
upset.
out. You would curse her out.
So he'd probably leave
you
me.
You would call your girl
He'd
and be like, get your ass offline.
Get your stupid ass
right. And I bet never he better not ever talk to me like that. But this brings me to the point that I'm about to say now, y'all. Listen.
Double standard shit.
So, on the radio the other day, they were, circulating this question. And the question was, should I feel insecure if the guy that I'm with, my boyfriend, my man, is liking pictures on Instagram? My man is liking pictures on Instagram that look nothing like me, right? So it doesn't matter the build. She could be thick, but he's liking skinny pictures. She could be skinny, and he's liking thick pictures. The opposite of you, polar opposite. Should you feel insecure that your boyfriend is choosing to like something that doesn't look like you? And so my response to that
What's your
is
response?
he likes what he likes. I think
Right.
what's appeasing to the eyes is what's appeasing to the eyes, right? And so I'm not going to feel like my relationship is in jeopardy because I look nothing like what he likes. What I am going to say is, okay, she cute. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I got to give her. Like, she's a pretty girl. She has a nice waist. Her busts are busting.
Right, whatever
her
it is
butt
that she
or
has,
whatever,
right.
or her abs are on point, because those are the things that I may or may not be working on, or I may or may not have. But at the end of the day, what you like is what you like. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't make it a personal attack on me, but I would definitely say, okay, I noticed a pattern.
Right.
I look nothing like her.
Yeah.
And I'm the one that I like conversation. I like asking, well, babe, like,
what is it?
you
What
know,
the fuck
you
is
got
up?
a type,
It's
and
what
he'll
you
probably
made me
say,
do.
I really like that sexually turns me on. People have like a porn type. Like, they only watch a certain type of porn that gets them off.
Very
so my
true.
thing is, I'm not gonna like be upset because
that's
you got
true.
a type that you just
Very
sexually like. I'm not gonna say our relationship is in jeopardy, but I have to point it out. Like, babe, she don't look nothing like me. What's up with that?
I'm not worried about it,
Holiness
but
is
in my
crazy.
situation, it became a situation for me because of what we had going on. So it's like insecurities got built in my last situation off of other shit.
Oh yeah.
And then it just so happened that everybody he would send me, or everybody that he would like, or who he kept disrespecting me with, looked nothing like me. Like, I'm short as fuck, I'm dark skinned, I'm thick, right? He was in love with
not-
yellow and super slim. So it's like, you don't like little short bitches? Like, you don't like little bitches? He didn't like little. So it's like he liked taller women that were like really slim and light skinned. And I'm shorter, thicker, and dark skinned. So I'm like, okay, it's one thing if you just like all these pictures, I can deal with that, right? Had he not done the disrespectful things that he had done before, I would not have been so insecure about what took place, right? But I think insecurities got built up because of the disrespect. And then on top of that, you keep sending me pictures of women that look nothing like me. Now,
Right.
me and him could have appreciated a beautiful girl regardless. So she could have been red. She could have been thick. We always said, oh, she has a super big ass. Like, big ass, I have a big ass. So it's like, oh, I got a big ass, she got a big ass too. Whoa, her ass is way bigger than mine.
Right.
Ha ha, shits and giggles.
Must be nice.
Yeah, must be nice. But
It's cool.
but
I'm good.
I don't think it automatically means she's insecure if that bothers her. But I do think if it does bother her, she should think about why it bothers her.
Why?
Right. Because when I initially got the pictures of girls that look nothing like me, it didn't bother me. But then after a few disrespectful situations happened,
It's like,
okay, so
do
what
you
the
have
fuck
a
is
type?
it?
And if this is what you like,
Yeah,
why are you
and
with me?
it to me, I think he has a type.
Right.
He'll swear Jesus off the cross right now that he doesn't. But baby, it seemed like you got a type.
Yeah.
And
So-
you know, I'm not your type.
So to the insecurity question,
In a relationship, this is your whole man or husband or whatever.
We're talking about in relationships.
This
So
is a
podcast
relationship
is
podcast,
relationship. When it comes to your dude liking whoever and whatever that looks nothing like you, right? Like, you have to really think about why you're feeling what you're feeling. So what Leah said is, it's an insecurity that you got to deal with, right? So it's like, yes, he may like this. This may be pleasing to his eye, but it may have nothing to do with whether he wants to be with you or not. It just may be what he likes.
I'm going to
right?
quote Carlin. Carlin said, what tickles his hormones don't necessarily tickle his heart. That was
Right, and that's what I was saying.
Beautiful,
Like, some
Carla.
people have
That
like
was
porn
beautiful.
preferences.
That was beautiful.
Like, I know some people
Yeah.
who just watch anime.
I'm proud of him.
Do you think they want to be with the anime character because they keep
some
liking
people
anime
they're
pictures?
blow up dolls?
What?
Blow up dolls. There's a lot of blow up
Sus,
doll
that's
porn
not
going around.
whatever. I'm not going there with you.
I've seen it. It's
I'm not
weird.
going there with you.
It's weird.
But like I said, people have a sexual preference. People have what is it? Aesthetic? Is that the word?
Aesthetically pleasing.
Aesthetically pleasing,
Yeah.
to the eye,
Agreed.
or whatever.
Yeah, that's it.
And just because your spouse or the person that you're in a relationship with doesn't look like that necessarily doesn't mean that they want that. That just means it just looks nice.
Yeah,
It
it's nice to look at.
just double tap. Just, moving on. But the drooling and the excessive smiles and
it
looking
crosses
good,
a disrespectful line at
it's
this
just
point.
too far. I don't care what you like, babe. I see you. I don't care what you like. It's fine. Because I probably liked it too. But at the end of the day, it's just a respect level when you're in a relationship. Don't cross that border. Don't make the comment.
Don't be weird.
Don't do the drooling. Don't do the hard eyes. Don't go out of your way to make sure that she knows that it was you. That's what I think it is. Like, it's like,
why do you want to be seen
I'm
so
gonna make a
bad,
comment,
you idiot?
and she's gonna see it, and she's gonna know it's me, and she's like, ooh, like now.
And
what?
then you're gonna
like,
get cussed the fuck out when I see it, because it's like you're doing too much right now.
Don't open up.
You're
a can
doing
of
too
worms.
much. You're
Let me
being
see.
super thirsty, and
Jay
you're
said
pissing me off.
something.
Irv,
He was like, yeah, Irv. He was like, can't feel a way about things like that.
all right. So the next one I got for you. How do you feel about friends of the opposite sex? Not exes. We're gonna get on exes next.
Okay.
But this one is just friends of the opposite sex, homegirls, best friends,
Mm-hmm.
all these types of
Friends of the opposite sex.
yes. While you're in a relationship, how do you feel about that shit?
Just.
Yeah, you and Willie. Willie got like 6 homegirls.
Oh, so I don't mind friends. Like, if they've been there before me, then hey, they've been there before me.
Justin
Like,
Ricardo.
who am I to come in and say, hey, no to her, because I don't
What
know
if
her.
he used
Because
to
of-
fuck her? And now
But like
they're
that,
friends.
but technically, I would like put that in the category as an ex. Like, I honestly
Me
would.
too.
You
But
know?
men don't.
I mean, and they wouldn't.
Yeah,
and,
they're
and I
friends
wouldn't
now,
know
'cause
that
he's
he.
not fucking her this month.
But I also wouldn't know that he smashed her unless I ask, and I don't ask questions like that. That's just me. So if he tells me that she's a friend, I'm taking it for face value.
Face value.
You feel me?
Agreed.
So until I get around y'all and things seem weird, it's like, y'all really friends? Because you can pick up on vibes. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, some people have lingering feelings that they think are gone and they're not really gone.
They're still there.
And then the moment you get in front of that person, you can see, like, oh, they stare at you a little longer. Oh, it's a 30-second lag. Like,
30-second lag.
I saw the lag. What's up with that? You know what I'm saying? So
What are you doing?
Unless I feel a certain way about a certain relationship that my boyfriend has, then I'm not going to speak on it. Like,
Right.
I definitely believe that men and women can be friends on a very platonic level. Nothing happened, no ex stuff, like no talking in the past. And if it did, and I'm okay with, like, he initially approached me and I said no, and now we're friends. I'm cool with that. Nothing happened. You literally shut it down day one, and from then all it could be is friendship.
Okay.
Like, you can't be so, like,
true.
you know,
True.
like,
all right,
you
so
can't control
for me,
everything.
I for a long time, and this is based off like that the bad relationship I had at a young age. Me and Micah both dated terrible people
Yeah.
at the same time, and we've learned like life lessons from that, right? So shout out to us for dating these guys at a young age,
Right.
So we know what the fuck we
know
want
what to expect
now.
when we
right.
get older, right.
So anyway, with him, he was not team homeboy, and his thing was just like, you know, they all want to fuck you.
I mean, yeah, they do.
Right. And so I was like, you're crazy. They want to be my friend. Until I did get homeboys. And like, we would be good for like a month. I'd say a year or two.
Right.
And then they give me this whole spiel about loving me since whenever. And I had a crush on
Yeah.
you. Since, and I'm like, damn.
And when you're in a relationship, you cut them off.
But when I was single, it was just like, why can't we just be friends?
Yeah.
Why do you have to want to fuck me? I understand I'm attractive. You're attractive. That doesn't mean we got to go there with it. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm not team. When it comes to homegirls, I got to just see like what it is. Like if I meet you and you got like 6 homegirls, fine. I'm not going to ask about sexual past unless I have a reason to.
Yeah.
So if I'm around you and sis is weird, or sis acts funny with me, or she seemed a little too attached to whatever it is, then a conversation has to be had. You used to fuck this girl? Was fucking involved in this scenario? And then I need an honest answer, because then I need to say, okay, because then, like you said, that's an ex. That's not a friend.
Yeah.
And now we need to figure out what we're doing from there. And like this kind of tags into the whole dating thing. Someone just said you can't be friends with dudes you had sex with. I feel the same way about girls.
My boyfriend and I both have friends that are exes.
All my exes love me.
I can't say the same about my exes.
Okay, then that's the difference.
So
if you can't say, I can say that about mine. Micah can't say that about her.
I can't. Yeah.
On the strength of it's respect there.
Yeah, and it's all respect though. But like at the beginning,
Mine
like
disrespectful as fuck.
Literally, it's about a conversation. So people are not talking to each other when they're really talking, right? So I ask intentional questions when I want to be with somebody. So the first thing that I said is, I'm cool with my ex. And he said, me too. That was a conversation that we had. And he said, yeah, there's no bad blood. We no longer deal with each other, and that's it. He always says, as long as they don't cross the line, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you had that conversation with whoever you with and y'all cool with it, and that's what it is. It's not about how you feel or whatever the case is, because it's been said.
Okay, so on that point, you handled what you needed to handle on a relationship level. You and your
Before the relationship.
Right. You and your man have an understanding, though. What the understanding that you and your man has nothing to do with the understanding your ex has.
Yo.
My exes, the reason why it's weird, my exes is they all have this level of...
But they're not respecting your relationship. That's what it sounds like to me.
Well, there's
you can like me and I don't have no idea you like me, but you need to keep it like that when I have a relationship.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Well,
nobody be texting my phone, I miss you.
I just choose to avoid it. I feel like any guy that's... Because you said you can be friends with a guy who came to you on some I like you and you kind of dead it. And then y'all been cool ever since. This is the same reason why I can't talk to a nigga that's tried to talk to you and you dead it, and now he wants to talk to me. In my eyes, you're going to always feel like Micah fine as fuck, and you're going to always want to talk to Micah. There's always an attraction there.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. For a guy that liked me, you're going to always like me.
Okay.
I can't be friends with guys. It's not that I can't be friends with guys that tell me they like me, but it would have to be a situation where you're kind of in that category now. Like, I can't see, you're not gonna stop liking me. Whatever you liked about me off rip, you're going to still fucking like it. And the closer we get, is the more you're going to like it. So it's not going to change anything. Now, if I'm single and I decide I like it too, then it might work out.
But yeah, I get it. No, I get what you're saying.
But it's rare that that's the case.
Yes, I totally get what you're saying, because a situation like that happened with me when I met a new friend, right? And he was actually my friend. And then all of a sudden he was like, let me know when I have
was like that.
Let me know when I get the green light. I said, bro, ain't no green light.
I remember that comment.
Because it's like you're dooming my relationship, my G. Like, if my thing is, you can like me, but I better not know. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, respect my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm in a relationship, just respect that. Play your role. And respect me. That's all. Because I don't have a problem being cool with the opposite sex. I don't have a problem with that. And so, because of the guys that are in my life now, have been in my life for forever, I've had to cut dudes off on the strength of, I'm in love with you, blah blah blah. And I was like, well, dang, bro, we can't even be friends now.
Because you're being too weird.
Because they wouldn't stop. So but I also have been friends with guys who have stopped from day one.
And they let it. So my first was like that, because we won't share his name, but she knows him. And he and I got cool. I literally haven't seen him since high school, right? But we got cool again. I mean, I'd say probably 2 years ago, whatever. I told him, I don't think you know how to be my friend. You took my virginity. I think you like own me forever now.
Right.
You gotta let that shit go. And he straight up told me, I do feel that way. And so my thing with him is, I can't be around you because you're going to do the most. And he was like, well, I'm going to try. Okay, so you're just letting me know.
But he wasn't respecting you. So, of course, they have to get cut off.
It was fair. We made an active decision there that we're never going to hang out. And we never have. I literally still have not seen him since high school. But it's like, he kind of let me know off rip there was no respect in that situation.
Yeah.
And to me, this is why I'm not really good at being friends with exes. Because I don't have any exes, I think, that can respect the fact that I'm not with you anymore. I'm not your Leah anymore. You can't.
Everybody respects my shit.
None of them do. Why don't they? Is it because I'm small?
I don't know what
is it the height?
My mom thinks it's a small person, and she questions why. If it's such a serious height difference, she questions why. You know, like, it could be one thing if you're doctor, so if you're 5'4" and he's 5'9", okay. But if you're like a whole foot taller than somebody, she questions that. But that's just her. But yeah, everybody respect my shit. I am really tall. So maybe that's why they respect my
Well,
shit.
and to be fair, I know Micah. I met her before. So,
Yeah.
I know her,
I
and
be done.
from what I know about her exes and her relationships, they do respect her relationship. So she doesn't have these issues. I know for a fact none of my exes seem to respect this. And there's only so many. Like, I've literally dated the same people forever. Or the guys I did date, I dated for so long. I gotta just stay away from them. Shout out to Cordero. Cordero's my homeboy. Love him to death. Shout out to Carlum. Carlum's my homeboy. Love him to death. I'm friends with guys that were friends with my exes, like Drew. I'm friends with Drew. But I don't have homeboys to that extent. I consider Terry a homeboy now. But like, CJ, I don't talk to Corey as much as I love Corey to death.
But
I
I don't
see CJ more often. But like, if you gotta say, Leah, who's your homeboy, the first person I think about is Cordero, only because I work with him and I see him every day. But other than that, every other guy that's a homeboy is on the strength of he used to fuck with somebody else I know. Like, Cheeks is a homeboy, but that's one of my friend's exes. Terry's a homeboy, but he's one of my friend's exes. Carlum's a homeboy, he's one of my friend's exes. Like, they won't cross that barrier because they used to fuck with somebody I'm very close with.
right.
Joe and Travis, but I work with them. on a
So
daily basis.
my thing is, I feel like because, and I think this is a very valid point. If you always got a boyfriend, you don't need guy friends. And we've always had boyfriends.
We've always had
so
boyfriends.
there's no room for guy friends when you always got a boyfriend.
But do they have girlfriends? Because if there's room for that shit, then maybe we need a male in our corner for whatever reason.
But my thing is, I only seek male advice, I guess, when I'm not in a relationship. See, that's the thing. Not to say I don't.
Caught yourself.
Not to
Okay.
say I don't need male advice, but honestly, I don't need male advice on some real shit. I don't need to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get somebody's opinion based off something that somebody did. Like, I've been known to be hip to what's going on with people. You know what I'm saying? So if I always got a boyfriend, I don't really need to talk to another guy. And we already talked about, we haven't gotten to cheating in relationships, but when women emotionally cheat, they talk to the other nigga about what they nigga did to them.
Let's go there. Fine, we're in cheating now. We're in cheating for relationships. Women emotionally cheat, men cheat because they're
we all do both. I don't think men emotionally cheat.
No, I don't think men emotionally cheat. I think men
women
cheat
do both.
on some she thick or he's mad at us this weekend. It's kind of like a pride thing.
Right.
I just want to see if I can like knock down another box. Women typically cheat because you're making me unhappy, sir. You're not emotional, whatever the fuck. So we're more emotional cheaters. Men are more, I would say, for no fucking reason cheaters. But y'all, I'm sure y'all got your reasons. This is where a man will come in handy. But this is where guys get the whole point, Micah, where it's like, yeah, I fucked her, but it didn't mean anything. It was just a fuck.
Right.
That does not work with me, young man.
Yeah.
No, we will not be double dipping dicks on my watch, okay?
Dead.
That's what we're not going to do. If you got a double dip, you do not need to be in a relationship. Cheating is so weird to me because you can be alone. You can be single and make all the executive single decisions you want to.
Why
because
would
you
they?
Want to fuck. Listen, you should not be in a relationship if you have not accepted the fact that you're only fucking this girl forever. You may luck up and she may like threesomes. You may luck up and she may like other women. If you're fucking with me, you're going to be unlucky because I don't like either. I think to be in a relationship, you need to decide, I'm going to only fuck this girl for as long as I'm in this relationship. If that idea scares you, you're not ready for a relationship. You can get lucky and maybe find a girl that's with the shits. You can get lucky and find a girl that's down to play or whatever. But but you may not. So the whole point of a relationship on the current standards, she's being so out of line.
I'm trying to go live.
It's you and me and that's it. Stereotypical relationship is just uno and dos. When you start adding Tress and all the other Spanish numbers, you're just doing too much, daddy, and that's out of line. Men just can't help it, but you can help it. And this is where me and Mike agree. We make excuses for men. Women make excuses for men. Men make excuses for men. Well, he just can't help it. He's a man. You're going to have to figure it the fuck out. And the reason why me and Cordell had this whole conversation the other day, Men, Cordell's whole thing was like, we're hunters, we gotta go. We take pride in the hunt. We like to go find it. You gotta go look for Box. I can sit here just like
Box
this.
pops up.
I can sit here just like this, glasses on and all, and 17 dudes will walk up.
But Box pops up too because women are desperate. So it can be an argument for both.
But either way, the argument that even supports my argument. The point is, Dick walks up to me on a daily basis and I ignore it.
Because you know how to say no.
To make a way.
Right.
In most cases, you got to try a few boxes before you get one. And so you're out here hard down, actively making the decision to disrespect me and fuck up your relationship. What are we doing?
So let's even the playing field because we've been on guys for a while.
No.
So when it comes to so have you cheated before?
I cheated one time. I was in 10th grade. Okay, I was with this guy. He was a lovely male. His name's Francis. I hope he's doing well. And I was with him, and the guy who ended up being my first, he kissed me. I kissed him back. I felt terrible. And I broke up with Francis the next day. And I ended up dating the guy that ended up being my first, and that was it. That was the only time I've ever cheated. Yes, it was a kiss, but it was cheating.
Right. So what I've
We
cheating,
do think before we cheat. Yes, we do.
Yes, but what I would say, women try to find more justifications to why they do what they do.
We think before we cheat.
When I did what I did, I emotionally cheated and I physically cheated. Did I have sex when I cheated? No. Did I kiss when I cheated? Yeah. I was caught off guard with that one. But either way it goes, I was not in a good place when I did what I did. It wasn't like I was just out here waiting for somebody to flirt with, to blah, blah, blah. I was in an unhappy place. Either I was pissed off, either he said something I didn't like, either we got into an argument. It was always a stipulation, a justification to why I chose to do what I did, right? And so that still doesn't make it right, but that at least gives it a reason,
right.
And so a lot of people say that, I think people, I think men cheat for no reason. I think because
men cheat for no reason. I agree.
They think that men cheat for no reason, and that if it's thrown at you, how could you say no? She's sitting there butt naked. What you gonna do?
Ignore
Are you gonna walk
her.
away? I hear you. You don't have a penis.
Do penises have a mind of their own?
Of course they do.
Oh my gosh! If you're over 25 and you still agree to that, you're.
But I'm just saying, I've been in a position where I've done something that I wasn't even necessarily, proud of. Did I feel bad in the moment? No, I didn't. It was almost revengeful, in a sense. This is what you get because you hurt me, and I'm gonna hurt you by doing X, Y, and Z. But in all regard, I think cheating overall, like you said, I am more inclined to not even maybe, 3-way situations.
Okay.
He's very lucky. But at the same time, I'm not doing that because I am in fear that he's going to eventually cheat on me. I'm doing that because I actually like it. When it comes to cheating, I just feel like it's not good either way. It's not fair either way. It's still very hurtful. And it can really take some serious time healing, and the whole I trust you process. And guys have a really hard time dealing with how long women take to forgive them. And I think, I went through a situation where it took forever for him to forgive me, and I didn't even do nothing that bad.
Oh my gosh!
I'm like, when you gonna get over it?
And that's a different type. That was a different type of fella. Okay,
but still, I feel like, bro, the amount of stuff that you did to me, how come you can't get over that? And his thing was, I didn't expect it from you at all.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
But I totally tainted his whole view of who I was.
Oh my God.
It's how could you? I didn't even think you had it in you.
You don't think that tainted something?
No, because that's typical, like you said. That is what men do.
Okay, and I don't agree.
I hear what you don't agree with, but it is what it is, not what it should be.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not. It is what it is. If you can picture me ignoring every dick that throws itself at me, I expect the same from you. I don't go searching for guys to talk to me. I don't go asking for guys to get their numbers. They just send it. I get dick pics all the time for whatever reason.
I never get those.
They're ridiculous. So anyways, If I can ignore these things, I expect the same out of you because you came to me and said you want a relationship. So if you come to me and decide you want to be monogamous, then I need you to act that way. You don't get to just decide, oh my gosh, it's a rough night, it's a week. This goes back to our first episode. Was it our first episode?
No.
Father's thing. The guy was married. He had a rough time with his wife. In a rough time, in a rough patch for a day. Let him tell it. It was one rough night. And then the one rough night, you went and fucked a bitch and got a whole baby.
That's my scenario.
That's the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard. You are responsible for what the fuck you do. So no, you don't get to just decide, oh my gosh, I'm a man and it's just so hard for me to keep my dick in my pants. Figure it out, baby, or be single. Or be with somebody who with the shits. I'm not with the shits. I'm not with the shits of you making up excuses for why you do disrespectful shit.
All right. So
you can't do that.
So this brings me to this. I wanted to ask my boyfriend, how many times is too many times to take somebody back after cheating?
Oh, that's deep. That's the question, guys, for the podcast.
You,
how many times is too many times? Please answer that question. I'd love that.
How many times is too many times you take somebody back from cheating on you? And this is sexually cheating on you. This is going the extra mile to have sex with another individual multiple times. This is not... So, the difference between cheating and an affair. Cheating is once, to me. An affair is like... It's longitudinal, right?
You see this bitch every Thursday.
It's long. It's like you have like a thing with this girl. Like she's becoming a part of your routine.
She's nowhere to meet you at.
Or a couple of them are becoming a part of your routine. That's an affair. So, what's your take? How many times? How many times is too many times? No. I'm gonna just run it back for you.
Bring it back.
Cheating is just like the so how could you?
How could you?
But you stay. So why do you stay?
Okay, so we'll talk about. Are we talking about Leah today or Leah that took back a nigga that cheated on her 16 times?
Because people
we're two different Leahs now.
Yeah, but people have cheated on you in the past. So why did you stay then?
Okay, so the last time I was cheated on, to my knowledge, because we'll talk about Manny. Every time Manny fucked 16 bitches, we weren't together. Mm-hmm. We were working on it, or we were in the whatever. So the last time I got cheated on was in high school. Last time I got cheated on was by my first love, and he was fucking one of my friends, but I didn't know. I didn't find out about that until after I left him. So we can't use that. I have to go back to high school. And I took him back on the strength of him giving me really good excuses, I guess. I don't know. With him, I realized that I kept catching him in lies. I even made a fake page one time and caught him. He was about to cheat on me with my fake page. Like with
her.
With me. He's going to cheat on me with me. I left him every time. Like I was even like his prom date. I returned my dress and everything. It was really dramatic. And then in that situation, it almost felt like a game to me. Like I caught him cheating on me like at least 2 or 3 times. Right? And the third time, I guess what finally made it enough was just like, you just keep doing it, and I'm about to graduate from high school now. I'm about to be an adult, and I just can't go into my adult life still getting cheated on. And that's what made me leave.
Right.
So I stayed, but again, I attribute all this to being in high school, and I even give high school Leah some credit. I dealt with his shit, but it was like, it almost was like a game to me. I caught him so many times with like dumb shit. It wasn't. I haven't had that situation as an adult.
But you know, the fact that you said I was in a full blown relationship and that's when I got cheated on. See, that's the thing where it becomes blurry. So why get upset? Why get upset if you're in a situationship? Because that's what I'm going to call it. You weren't together. If you weren't together with the past times that you were with these guys and they did whatever they did with however many women, I can't even ask you why you stayed. You stayed, but that wasn't your nigga. But why would you be mad? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you mean now?
No, but then, like you specifically said, I was cheated on completely in a relationship.
To me, the plain difference between then and now is then I was younger and I had a different understanding of what I deserved.
But you were actually in a relationship. You're not in a relationship anymore.
Yes, but I was 18. I'm 29 now.
I know.
So there's only so much, but there's a different mindset. You can't tell me you're the same woman you are now.
Of course not. But you had a relationship and you weren't in a relationship after the fact.
I was 18. So me even going through, going through the process of making a fake page to ride a dude and trap him. I would never go through shit like that right now at 29. There's no need for that. If I feel like you fucking up, you probably are.
But you're
I trust my intuition enough.
So
now.
you're misconstruing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you were actually in a relationship, and what you did was what you should have done. You gave him a little bit more chance, blah blah blah, and then you let him go. But after high school, you weren't in a relationship with the guys who
I wasn't cheating
did
on
what they
them.
did.
I
But you were upset. But my thing is, this brings me to what happens today. So many people are in situationships. They are not in full-fledged relationships. And everybody is doing what they doing. But nobody is solidifying what they got going on. Mm-hmm. So how do we know at the end of the day what's wrong and what's not wrong if nobody's solidifying it? How many times have girls just gone along with it? How many times is just guys just assume this is my girl and assume the position? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think but people still feel cheated on when they're not in a relationship.
I get what you're saying, and I feel like this is the excuse that guys use. Again, this goes into the last episode where it's like actions speak louder than words. We're old enough to understand what the fuck we're doing and what these type of things mean. Okay. Now, I'll give everybody credit for being able to straightforward say, but let's just say this. Let's just say I'm fucking with Tree, right? And me and Tree been rocking for a minute. I do talk to Tree, ask Tree, is a relationship something that you want to work towards? And Tree says, yes, it is. But even while saying that, Tree is still fucking 17 people.
Right. I don't want to say as she should, but I don't want to say as he should, but go ahead.
No, he shouldn't though, because Tree's doing things like Tree's deciding maybe he wants to spend the night or maybe he wants to be booed up, and Tree's confused as to why you feel like this may mean something deeper than it is. While I understand that you're saying you can just act straightforward what that means and what it does not mean, we're adults enough to know what the fuck your actions solidify.
I hear you.
It's not okay to sit here and pretend like just because I didn't say I dealt with this with my daughter's dad. We're not officially together. Yes, you're with me all day and we have a child together and I sleep here every single night and I'm on your phone bill. You know my mom and my daddy, all these things that couples do. You know my grandma, we go to church every Sunday, but we're not officially together because we didn't say it. So it's okay that I'm fucking 16 people. That's how they get away with it. And my thing is, I would like a full-blown adult to come to the point where it's like actions are letting this woman or man know, because I know some savage women out there too. My actions are letting this person know that this relationship is it's more than we're stating it is. And to be honest with you, if we're gradually moving, we on month 7, and in your mind, just because we didn't solidify that it's official, I'm still fucking the bitch I've been fucking for 6 months. You got 2 relationships, fam. Yeah. You going with me and sis, you still fucking?
But he's not. So my
thing is, he's going with everybody.
The last
you're giving everybody the wrong impression.
No. This goes back to the whole dating episode we just had.
Last episode.
At the end of the day, if the conversation is not had and someone says, we are together, we are in a relationship, you're not in one, you're playing house. That's just what it is. It doesn't matter how it feels, it doesn't matter how long. I always say the last thing I want to hear from the dude I'm talking to is, you're not my girl. But we playing house and you taking me here and you introducing me to such and such and we both... What? I'm not sure what. So at the end of the day, it is. I'm not gonna blame the woman. I'm definitely gonna blame the man because he knows that the ball is in his court and he's able to either sway it towards a relationship or not. But physically, women, if he does not say we are together, then assume you're not. I don't care how many times you sleep over his house. I don't care how many times he introduced you to his mom and y'all go on dinner dates.
You cannot trust their mamas, y'all.
Whatever. If you are a girl that he's chilling with, his homeboy ain't gonna be like, oh yeah,
he ain't gonna tell you shit.
My dog hanging out with 3-4 other girls,
honest,
blah, blah, blah.
I was out here fucking mad dudes. My friends would not tell on me either.
So at the end of the day, you're not in a relationship.
You're not.
You're not. So you can't be cheated on if you're not in a relationship. You talking to a dude, you've been talking to him for what? 7 months? In your head, that's bae. In his head, you're the bane. Yes, but has he stopped talking to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 girls? No, and you can't expect him to just based off of how y'all feel when y'all are together. It's not official until he says you're my girl and you say you're my dude and we're doing this thing monogamously. You are not in a relationship.
So Carmen
that's
said,
why I'm never in this situation.
Carmen said, what if he's doing all that, but clearly say he doesn't want a relationship? It's the same thing you said.
The same thing I said.
Thing.
A dude can be saying, oh my gosh, babe, we're not together. Just chill. But come over later. Oh, can you come to this function with me and my mom? Oh, can you meet me and my homeboys down the street? Can you and your...
My nails.
Bruh, at the end of the day, I don't care what action he's showing you. He's not telling you to be his girl. And if she's not saying you my dude, assume you're not her dude.
So
that's my thing. That's why I'm never in these situations because I don't play those games. Either we doing it or we not doing it.
So here's what I'll say. I agree with this wholeheartedly, right? But I agree with this on the strength of having to learn the hard way, having to play games with guys that I feel like are just immature as fuck. We're all adults. I work in corporate America. There's a lot of shit that you can't just assume. You can sit here and play because you didn't say this, you didn't say that. Because you didn't say this, you don't expect that, but that's not how the fuck shit works. As an adult, you know what the fuck your actions mean. You know what your actions show. My hope, my goal, it'd be great to deal with a full-blown man or a full-blown woman for guys that deal with this, that know exactly what their actions mean, exactly what their actions show. Because mind you, I'm the same girl, episode 2. I don't even take a drink from a nigga in the club off the strength of, I don't want you. So no, I don't want you to buy me shit because I don't want you to think at all that you have a chance. All you'll know about me is I didn't take your drink. I don't want shit to do with you. So this further lets you know why somebody wasting my time is confusing, because I don't entertain it at all. Anything that I invest any of my time in, I care about it in some type of way. Now, this is not to knock a guy, and the guy who is fucking and spending the night and whatever else y'all do and still doesn't want a relationship. I'm sure this may be a pocket girl, or this may be a girl he just enjoys her company, or he just chilling, whatever the fuck. But the point is, you know what the fuck your actions mean, and no one's that blind. Some guys know.
They're not.
Your situation where the guy kept asking every 2 weeks, how you feeling? He's just checking in to make sure you're not falling in love.
Yeah, but dudes are gonna do what you allow. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what he says or what he doesn't say. You're not going anywhere.
But here's the bigger issue with that. While I wholeheartedly understand that, everybody hasn't gone through what we've gone through yet. Even having this podcast or this episode is kind of like, yes, girls, everything Mike is saying is wholeheartedly correct. However, you're not going to fucking get that unless you've been through this shit a couple times. I just went through this shit. I was doing a whole bunch of playing house, girlfriend, boyfriend shit, and the guy I was with didn't want a relationship with me. So I had to make a decision. I made a decision. Micah had to make a decision. She made a decision. She left, I left. He doesn't want to be with you, and you know what you want. But in situations where you're still being led by his actions, because his actions are still, I come home every night.
Sorry.
I leave a party and come home to you every night.
I have to be the devil's advocate.
You got to dig deep, sis, and just realize that shit don't add up. Like, you got to dig deep.
But that's on
you. Or,
you.
sir, you too. You got to dig deep, sir. And realize that, yes, in that case, actions don't speak louder than words. They're doing what they want to do. They're telling you.
They're doing what you allow them to do, period.
They're doing what you allow, and you need to ask a straight up question. Micah, do you want a relationship? Do you want to be with me? I want a relationship with you right now, Micah. You're a guy that doesn't. Please tell me
no.
You don't want to be with me,
No.
Micah?
But we can go out tomorrow, though. I don't want to be with you. But are you still coming with me and my mom to such and such?
Oh, my gosh. So,
can we still vibe? Can I still take you on a date? Can we still have sex?
Spend the night and beat it up every other
a lot
night?
of women say yes because they like him a lot.
Comfortable, and sis, you gotta
whatever.
Let it go. And sir, it could be guys too. I don't want to leave them out. That's the pivotal moment when you have to just leave, and it sucks. It sucks. It's not okay. I was fucking with this person for a year. It's very hard, but you have to just decide you deserve better than that, or you just don't want the same things. Fuck what you deserve and everything else. They want left, you want right. They want A, you want B.
Right.
So you have to.
But my thing is,
know what you.
I'm trying to help y'all get to that point where you're actually not trying to figure out whether somebody wants to be with you or not. Like, ask the question, bro. Like, y'all playing house, like, y'all always with each other, like, what we doing? Do you want to continue to do what y'all doing? Then don't ask. But if you want more, then say you want more. And if you don't, regardless of what he or she is saying, like, it is what it is. Like, you're basically playing house. you're playing house. That is what it is. Like, everybody has played house at once upon a time.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
it's fun playing house.
You need to know that nobody is obligated. Nobody is obligated to you until they say you my girl. Nobody is obligated to you until they say you're my guy. Regardless of whatever is the unsaid truth or what. No, y'all not together until y'all say y'all together. So the last thing I want to hear is you're not my girl.
Oh my gosh. That'll get you. That'll get you cussed the fuck out.
I would literally lose. I've learned not to be a part of that many. I don't want to hear that. I will lose it. So I've actually learned from the people around me. So for all of you who are just listening to your friends argue what they do to 6 o'clock in the morning, getting cussed out, and you ain't learning, you need to listen a little harder, sis. Listen a little harder, because that's not what you want to go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be okay with knowing what you deserve and knowing what you want and saying what you want. If that person doesn't want it, then you got to clear it. And you got to be okay with clearing it, because somebody else will give you what you deserve.
It's a respect thing. It's for people that have a harder time, because Micah does make it sound simple, and it's not. You have to really
make it harder than what it is.
No, it just depends on your emotional level. I'm a very emotional person, and it's tough for me. So what I say is this: it is tough, but at the end of the day, that is really what it is. You just have to make up your mind that you deserve something else. You know what I'm saying? Or if you make it as simple as it can, he wants A, you want B. Then there's really not much else to discuss. All right, let's go. If you go looking for something, you're gonna find it. I hate that.
Hence, I don't look for anything.
I think that's the dumbest
I don't look
metaphor I've ever heard in my life.
But it's the truth.
It's not the truth.
How not?
If I go looking,
you're gonna find something.
No.
It may be good, it may be bad.
If you go looking for something, you're gonna find it. I'm looking for milk. If I go looking for milk and it's not in your refrigerator, guess what I'm not gonna
Bruh.
Milk. It's not fucking there.
Get out of here. They talking about directly when it comes to
metaphor.
Guys,
it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor, though. And the metaphor, that's another metaphor. If I go looking for milk and it's not in the fridge, it's not going to fucking be there. If I go looking for you fucking other bitches and it's not on your phone, guess what? I'm not going to see it. I'm a retired detective.
PI.
Very good. Way. I'd go through your whole phone, and I wasn't sneaky about it. I'd go through your whole phone and tell you I went through it right after I was done. I'll probably wake you up to let you know I just went through your shit.
Dead.
Because I gotta get in there, but once I'm in there, I'm not gonna like tiptoe around it. Like, I went in your phone, and this is what I see. I've had a few guys that just asked, open your phone right now. And they didn't, we just kind of stopped talking from there, because you got shit going on.
Right.
So the older I've gotten to this whole self-love, self-whatever, I'm awesome, I'm a catch, whatever. If you cheat on me, fine. And if you fuck up, I'll find out. Or if you start getting on my nerves, I'll feel that too, and you'll get left. So I don't go through phones anymore. Am I above it? No. Have I done it lately? No. But I can't say I'm completely over that stage. I'm just saying I haven't done it recently. It's been like 5+ years. Like, I haven't done it since I was with Manny, and me and Manny broken up for 2 years now. I didn't go through his shit for like 3 years. If you fucking up, I'll find out. Right? But I don't agree with the whole logic of if you're looking for something, you'll find it. Because you can't do that with me. You can go through my phone right now. You're going to see, let me get to know you. I don't even open the messages. You just saw my shit. It was 40 requests. You're not going to look for some shit and find it in my shit. So if you're in a relationship with me, I expect the same shit. Period.
So I don't go through phones at all. I've never gone through phones. I attempted, and
I checked phones
attempted because he was like, he threw the phone at me for one.
He threw the phone at you.
So he threw the phone at me. He was like, look, because I was like, you always going through mine. Like, why I can go through yours? Mind you, this is high school shit, by the way. This is unhealthy. It's unhealthy. I don't care. I said it.
It is unhealthy.
It's unhealthy to go through people's stuff. So I got the phone, and then I saw, hey, sweetie. And I dropped the phone and started crying. Like, it's not for me. Like, it honestly isn't for me.
You ain't built for
and there's no other. I mean, that is probably very. It was probably so much stuff in his phone. I just couldn't stomach it. I literally cried. Like, all I had to see was a term of endearment. and I was done. So
poor girl.
my thing is, if it's happening, I'm gonna find out. I don't have to go looking for it, right? So if you're not the person for me, something will show up and tell me you're not the person for me. Or someone will show up and tell me you're not a person for me. Or someone will show up in my DM telling me, oh yeah, sis, he took me on a date last night and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's going to pop up. Either way, it's going to pop up.
There are very good side bitches in the world.
But
all side bitches don't snitch. Some side bitches are good side bitch.
But either way, the way that I do my relationships, I don't have time for worry, right? I don't have time to think about where you could be or where you couldn't be. I can't. I physically can't. I can't even look through people's phone. I can't even look through people's Instagram. Like, it'd be dead open. I'd be like, oh, moving on. What's on television? I can't. I won't, So my mom taught me a very important thing, invasion of privacy. And she told me on my end, you don't let people go through your stuff. You don't give your password because he asked for it. That's controlling. That's the vibe that I got from it. So I'm like, I'm not doing that's controlling. Whatever's in his phone, whatever, it is what it is. If you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing, I'm going to find out. But I'm not going to go looking for it. So it was a situation that happened. And I had a feeling that something was going on with my ex. I had a feeling. And Paige is personal investigator. She literally was like, do you want me to go on his phone? I said, no, don't go on his phone. Don't go on his phone. She was like, I can go on his phone. I know it's code. I'm like, how do you know it's code? Don't go on his phone. Literally, Paige tilted the phone forward. She saw the fingerprint of his password, put in the password, and opened his phone. And she was like, do you want me to go further? I'm like, bro, I'm not a part of this. I walked away. She looking all in his phone. She found what I thought was actually happening. And I was like, dang, sis, I was going to eventually find out. But thank you for helping me. But no, she found what I had a hunch about. And I handled it. But the thing is, like, I just don't have the stomach for it. I just think that's what it comes down to. I feel like it just never has been a part of my matriculation through relationships.
Cool.
That just hasn't been my thing.
Well, I've done it. It's been a part of my matriculation. And all it did for me is that I only felt the urge to go through a phone when I got like this feeling. And like us women, we call that intuition. So when I got a feeling that something wasn't right, I went through a phone and found out it wasn't. And it wasn't like some subtle shit. Like, I can see where you go looking for something, you're going to find it. And I find some girl saying, hey, hun, and that pisses me off. No. I found vaginas.
And that was one instance. What did you find before?
I went through Manny's phone. I found wild shit.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, his was really bad. So his was like the worst. But I went through one guy's when I was talking to, I just told him, give me your phone. And I went through his phone, and he just kept getting like, and he was very calm about it, but he was like, yeah, they just send me titties and vaginas all the time. And it was a lot of them. I was like, what? I think the reason why I'm at the point where I am now, all it taught me, like going through the phones and doing the snooping that I did, was that when I had a feeling, I was always right. Mm-hmm. So that's why I feel like I don't feel the need to go through a phone now.
You needed to get extra proof.
I didn't know that's not what I took it as. At that point, it was, let me go see if he's fucking up.
That's the only reason why I said what I said, because you said I had a feeling. So that's why I was like, you just needed to prove that feeling, right?
Yeah, but that wasn't always what it was. Sometimes it was, I want to just go see. And it could have been a hint of a feeling, or it could have been a tickle or whatever the fuck. But something's weird with him, or something's off. Let me go see what it is. Yeah, I get it. I don't go through phones anymore. And it's not that I wouldn't. I still would if I felt the need to, but I don't. Now when I feel like something's funny, I just believe it.
Right.
And I'm going to respond in that type of way. I don't think it's fair to just jump to conclusions, because essentially that's kind of what I'm doing by just trusting my intuition, which is a feeling. But at the same time, I've done this so many times. So you got one or two things. I can trust my intuition, or I can go through your phone. And I'm not about to like sneak and wait until you. I've done that before. I've like seen him put his password in. That's the time me and Manny got into it. Found my baby daddy's password, went through his phone, and it was wild. But I wouldn't even go through all that. Like at this age now, if something felt weird, give me your phone. If you said no, that makes me feel away, and I make my decision based off that. I wouldn't feel that way because I know how I'm living my life, and that's not something. And it doesn't. Cool. I have nothing to hide, but it also I don't. You may have nothing to hide, but that may still feel like an invasion of your privacy.
But because it kind of is.
You're right. I have nothing to hide, and I don't feel like it's an invasion of my privacy. So there's a difference. I sleep with you. We sleep naked in my bed. If I can't show you what's in my phone, this is how I personally feel. And I don't knock anybody who feels differently, but that's how I feel about it. We do a lot of real personal shit. Real personal shit. If you can't do something like that, then we have a problem. There's no fucking reason.
And she's speaking from personal.
Yes, but again, there's other. I'm not the only person who fucks people naked.
I definitely
I'm not the only person who lets people spend the night. If we can't do these type of things, then there's a disconnect. Let's just say that.
So my thing, there's a difference between letting me see your phone and going through my shit and answering the phone when it rings. Married people in relationships
I've never answered the phone,
who leaves their phone like upward so that there's no like confusion about what's going on, like whatever. If my phone rings, oh yeah, hey babe, such and such is calling. Want me to get it? Oh hey babe, you got a text message. It's Leah. You want me to respond? Like
that's cute.
I'm down with that.
That's super cute.
But my thing is, give me your phone, burr. Like I said, control is all that I hear. I could actually be doing something or be doing nothing at all. But the give me your phone shit, I can't get with. I can leave my phone unattended. I can leave it so that if it rings, you answer. I can leave it face up so that whatever comes through, you can see whatever's happening. But the give me your phone, I can't get with that shit. And it could be nothing in my phone. I am still, it was nothing in my phone at the time when I was asked. And I was pissed off that he even asked me that. But we live in an era where people need a sense of security. And I think that grants a sense of security to be able to, our most sacred thing is our phone. Like it has everything in it. It has our passwords in it. It has our bank account information. It has notes that we have from the day. Like I get why that would be like, this is it. This is going to give me the security that I need. But it's a trust thing in its entirety. It's a trust thing.
So for me, is different. My most sacred thing isn't my phone. My most you
don't have a most sacred thing other than your kid.
But my phone isn't my most sacred thing. Like something that I hold sacred, my respect. Me being embarrassed, I care more about shit like that. What I feel like you may or may not do. I've never dated a guy and talked to him for 2 minutes and there's been nothing weird. And then I said, give me your phone, let me see it. Guys who have cheated on me before, they get put through the ringer. These are people that have done untrustworthy type shit.
Right.
And I said, give me your phone. I feel like I'm a good judge of character for the most part. A guy that's giving me no reason at all to be insecure, I don't care to see anything that's going on. Someone that makes me feel, a guy that's been treating me good and makes me feel uncomfortable, I still wouldn't feel comfortable saying, hey, you, give me your phone. A guy who has clearly fucked up, you don't have a say-so.
Why just don't break it off?
Because I don't want to break it off. I want to trust him, and this is going to help me do that. I want to be with you, and you want to build the trust, and this is what I want you to do.
So
if you fuck up and I set stipulations, this is what it is.
Okay, cool. I get it. No, I get it, but it's a personal thing for you.
Right, but then to be fair, that was always my logic. Adult Leah, I don't know what it'll be now. I feel like my patience is so wild thin. I don't know what new boo gonna do. The moment he start acting weird, I'm gonna just stop talking to him. I dated a guy that was old. I call him Old Bay. He's such a handsome guy, but he was so fucking controlling, and he had me so messed up, telling me what I need to be doing, and you trying to start a business while you out here going out, and that shit turned me off instantly. And I stopped talking to him. Mind you, this man was telling me where I need to be going, what I need to be doing. As a mother, we met each other once, and we never saw each other again. Like, we never talked again. Less attached Leah that doesn't really care one way or another. It doesn't get more honest than me. And it doesn't get more straightforward than that. not even, I don't want to say blunt, but it is kind of blunt. It's just like, I'm straight. I don't care to go through his phone. I don't give a fuck what he's doing because I don't care. I can't even say that that's something that would happen now in a more adult and healthy relationship. Because
So, what I would say, and I think, so Kadian, she slid through, and she was basically saying, if I feel that way about him, period, then I don't want to be in a relationship at all. Kind of leads me to what I was saying then, like even now, like, I feel like at the end of the day, you have a gut feeling, and your gut feeling is probably always right. So following into that and saying, okay, I'm going to take a note of that.
yes,
I'm going to take a note of that. Too many notes, then that's when I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to ask a real question. Now, they can lie to me. You feel me? They can definitely lie.
yeah.
But I'm going to tell if they're lying or not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like, I don't know, like, all I need is to feel a certain way a certain amount of times for me to ask, like, what's really going on? Or is this what you really want? And I can be done with it. If I'm not happy with the answers, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, like, the older you get, the less tolerable you get with certain things. So, like, all it takes for is a certain amount of occurrences to happen for me to feel away.
Okay. I know a lot of older women that they accept disrespect a little bit more on the strength of they're older now. And yeah, they don't want to die alone. And so they take whatever they kind of get from so-and-so a little bit more. But then I've also heard that, like you just said, the older you get, the less likely you are to take disrespect.
They don't know that. So you can be 50 and not know your worth as a woman.
Right.
I know my worth and I'm not even 30 yet.
There's
just certain things that I'm just not tolerating
with, right?
Where I am in my relationship. Like, it's just certain things. And I feel like because of the lessons I've learned thus far, this has prepared me for exactly my fairy tale, exactly what I want and exactly what I need. So, no, I feel like those women don't know their worth and they don't want to die alone. I have no problem with being alone. Like, alone is not a negative thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a really good space to be in because you get to learn more about you.
Right.
And you get to learn what you like, what you don't like. So this whole stigma, this negative connotation behind being alone and single is a curse and all other crap, it's not. It's really not. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you feel good enough about yourself to be like, you know what? My time is coming. I'm just going to chill. I'm going to learn what I like. I'm going to learn what I don't like. And then I'm going to know exactly what it is when I see it. I am not going to be, and I'm in a relationship now, but if I was 50, I wouldn't be struggling dating. And I would not accept no low-life ass nigga just because I don't want to be alone.
You don't want to be alone, right?
Like, what kind of crap is that? Like, we have to stop believing what society says alone means. You know what I'm saying? Like, alone can be happy too. You feel me? Like, it doesn't have to be miserable and damn. Like,
I agree with you. I think the older I get, the less likely I am to deal with bullshit on the strength of I don't have to. Like, I don't have to deal with bullshit. Just because you don't have your shit together doesn't mean
that
somebody else. Yeah, it doesn't mean somebody else doesn't have their shit together. I think it gets harder when you realize, like we just said, you hit 30, you've lost 90% of your eggs. For someone who wants like mad kids, which is me, that's like scary news. And that type of shit, I think, makes you settle or would motivate me to settle in a situation. But to me, I always think like, okay, if I was down to settle for what, I would have stayed with my daughter's dad.
Yeah.
But he was down to give me more kids. Like, he was with that. He was with more babies, but like nothing else at the time. So if I wanted my dream to come true, if I wanted that to be the case, I would have stayed with him and I would have got a couple more beautiful kids because my daughter is gorgeous.
She is beautiful.
Yes, and we would have made a whole bunch more of those and we would have been straight. We agree that the older you get, the less bullshit you put up with. And this is Strong Black Woman Talk. Shout out to us. Big up yourself. All right, last topic. We got to end this episode. You get cheated on in your relationship.
Cheated. Boom.
He cheated.
Yeah, he did.
Do you think, and forget everything else, but just try to stick to this question. Do you think it's fair if you cheat back?
Fair. Okay, so.
Yeah. He cheated on you.
Do I think it's fair that I cheat
one
back?
time,
That
just
I've been
one time.
cheated on?
You gonna throw the box?
No, I don't think it's fair. My thing
If
is.
you do it, it's different, but is it fair?
I can't. Yeah, I
Eye
can't.
for an eye, my friend.
I can't say fair. I won't say fair.
I like
that
the word
means
fair.
that you're giving in to the betrayal. So you want to betray back to make yourself feel better. Like I never understood that.
Two
right?
wrongs. I never
Like,
did two wrongs
I
make
knew-
a right, and that's what it
I
is.
knew
Two
hella
wrongs.
people who were dating each other and just kept cheating on each other back and forth.
Me
back
too.
and forth. Back and forth. He cheated on her, she cheated on him. I don't understand
When does it
that.
stop?
It's insanity.
When does it
It's
stop?
literally insanity. So my thing is, okay, at this point in my life, in my relationship, if I were to get cheated on, would I want to cheat back for revenge, or would I want to cheat back because it's fair? No, I wouldn't want to cheat back because it's fair. But if I didn't want to leave the relationship, the stipulations of our relationship
will be in
are about
place.
to change. So
Wait, the whole relationship, or just until you get over this shit?
no, it's about to change.
The whole relationship?
Yeah, low key. Until I'm
Shit.
done. Until I'm ready.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
If you want to continue to be with me after you cheat on me,
You done
and
fucked
I don't
up.
want to leave, I'm going to impart what I think I want out of this situation. You're going to tell me why you did what you did. Either I'm going to believe it, either it's going to sound like bullshit, or either I'm going to agree with whatever
Right.
you were going through that it happened to you. Whatever.
Ah.
And so, whatever stipulations that I have for our relationship moving forward, that's what it will be. If I want to go on a date casually, or if, see, that's the thing. Like
Once you open the door for shit like that, your
Yeah.
shit gets so weird.
But most people think that a woman that is with another guy is gonna eventually want to have sex with another guy. Like that's not even my thing.
He'll definitely want to have sex with us. I believe that wholeheartedly.
but I'm saying,
but she
like,
won't.
Most women that I do know don't want multiple penises at one time.
Mm-mm.
They don't want to have sex with
Too much
multiple
pressure,
guys
too much, too
because,
much.
For one, she gets
Too much,
pregnant
Grandpa.
with a baby daddy. That's weird.
Yeah.
Two,
Yeah, it
who's
is.
a baby daddy? Like that's just too much,
Yeah,
bro.
it
Like
is.
you gotta think about like who the last person you have sex when you was ovulating. Like I'm overwhelmed.
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
instantly overwhelmed. That conversation has to be embarrassing.
That's it.
That conversation is
embarrassing.
so embarrassing.
There's no way it's not.
So I think you the daddy. Bro, think like what?
I don't think they say think. I think they just say you're the dad.
And they said it to three whatever.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah, because like the
So
most
my
you
thing
can get,
is, like
they
I
can't
said,
get
if
the
I
money
were
back,
to
I
get
guess.
cheated
That's a
on-
risky game, y'all.
If I were to get cheated on right now, and
Today, right now.
I still wanted to stay,
We're fighting.
I would probably change the dynamic of our relationship so that I would feel better, at least until I feel better.
Because it takes what it takes.
And if I want to stay, but y'all already know, like cheating is like a no go for me. So like, it's just, I don't know, bro. It's just deep, dog. And I feel like in marriages, when you cheat, you get more passes because you sign some papers, like you got some assets tied to each other's liabilities in this
Prenup.
bit. So
I
like
don't
I
got time for
totally
that
get it
shit
when
at
you
all.
married, like you kind of like work through things, but like in a relationship you just cheated. Like why did you cheat?
Agreement.
Like I don't know. I would need to know everything. I don't know, bro. So stipulations will have to be set in place if I'm gonna stay.
New rules and new stipulations, and who knows what they'll be. Now, in Micah's case, they might be, I get to go on dates. Obviously, based on last episode, that may not be my stipulation. I don't know what it'll be. But I do think, for the simple fact that I'm not down to cheat back, and I don't want to go on dates too, the only thing that can realistically happen is that I leave you. Because I've been cheated on, and I've taken the guy back. And all that's happened is I have not trusted his ass since.
Right.
I have not trusted anything that's come out of his mouth. I have not trusted that when he's texting somebody, he's not texting a girl, he just fucked. I am not trusting that when he leaves, he's going to come straight home. Or if he goes to his homeboy's house, he's really at his homeboy's house. So to me, all that can probably realistically result from this is me leaving you.
Yeah.
Because yes, while I do feel like cheating back is fair, but I'm not going to cheat back. And I'm not going to go on dates because I hardly want to date with you. So I'm not going to go on dates. And I don't have time to facilitate a whole bunch of random conversations because I got shit to do. So the only thing that probably happen is I'm going to really, really try on the strength of wanting to be with you. I'm going to try and I'm going to realize, oh my gosh, I just don't trust him. I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
I think there's a small window, Micah, where he
You ain't
becomes
gonna
a
feel
great
better.
guy, and maybe I'll really believe that it was like a spur of the moment thing. Because again,
I
I've taken
told
back
you,
cheaters.
The only way that's okay is if we're married and we're happily married, and this happens out of nowhere. And it's
But how are we happily married and that happens?
My thing,
You
so
see what I'm saying? That's what I'm
we
saying.
totally
He's a good
view
guy
that
who
different,
cheated.
but we view that totally different. When it
right,
comes to the
right,
sex,
right,
I don't
right.
take it as I don't get insecure. I don't think about what is it about my shit that's not. Well, I don't even think about me.
Yeah,
I
go
think
there.
about what the F is going on with you. I'm straight. I know you getting off. I see it. I'm proof of it. Like, especially with me, like, we inviting however many in the room, like, we doing our thing. Like, so for that to happen, it's like, you just greedy. You're greedy. AF.
No, I agree. If your
You
woman
greedy
is
FF.
down for that type of
Yeah,
stuff,
like,
and you still out here tricking,
It's
you're
not
greedy as
her.
fuck.
It's like,
You're an asshole.
and then I've even seen a guy say, well, I wanted to see if I still had it. And
You're
a
an idiot.
woman was like, I felt lost in my mother role. Like, I felt lost as a wife. Like, nobody was valuing me. Everybody was overlooking me. I didn't feel sexy, blah, blah, blah.
Poor girl.
People do that all the time. These are identity crises that people go through.
But what does that take then?
And it
Can't you
invites
just flirt
other
at the store
it
and get over
invites
that?
other people in and gives them room to emote. And you already know what that does. The moment emotions are opening up for women, at least, they feel super comfortable, and maybe she's feeling a little more frisky because her husband ain't had sex. Mind you, I'm talking about married people. Relationship, yes. You can get left. But in marriages, like, people have identity crisis and they have serious stuff going on.
I told a friend of mine
I would
that.
not clear it immediately. I
You
would
get
definitely
lost in your roles.
seek what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
damn, baby, you been feeling invisible. I know we ain't had a threesome in a while, but what's going, what's up? I would definitely go there.
Okay.
I would go there.
Yeah,
I would definitely go there.
But it's the truth. It's your truth, so it makes sense.
And if you guys watch Red Table Talk, it is amazing. They just had an infidelity
I gotta
episode,
watch this so we can talk
and
about
this
it
woman,
next episode.
She is like my mom, family and marriage therapist, and she specializes in infidelity. And she goes all the way around the world explaining why people do what they do and talking about the couples that she's been doing therapy with. And the things that she's saying, it makes sense. And most of these things have nothing to do with the partner. Absolutely nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with the individual and the way that the individual feels about themselves. So when they're going through marriage, you're going through it together, but you still have individual journeys that you're completing. And there's certain ways that you feel about yourself and certain success levels that you have not reached. And your partner can do nothing about that because it's not about them. It's about you. And so when you make it about you and you stop talking about it, that's when other things get in the way, So y'all should look that up, like, because it was. I mean, my mom and I have been watching her for a while, but she's on Red Table Talk, and the things they're talking about, they invited couples on to talk about their crap. But, I mean, it makes sense, and it'll make you think very differently about infidelity, at least in marriage.
Well, here's what I say for that. I've had a situation where there was a form of infidelity or whatever. And the automatic thing I went to is, what is it about me? That's not enough. Da, da, da. So I hear what you're saying where it's like, you automatically tell yourself it's not about you and all that. The only thing I can judge things on is I treat others the way I want to be treated. I would never do this to you. And before I decide to go fuck some other guy on your time, because I'm with you, the first thing I think about is that I've never felt the need to have to fuck some guy to feel like I still got it. Right. And I've never felt the need to have to reply to a message while I'm with somebody. All I ever think about is making sure I'm respecting who I'm with and I'm respecting myself. And that's how I've always carried myself. to be with somebody who, I get it, it's not about me. There is a level of it being about me because I'm a part of your life. I'm a part of your life, and the only person that would give a fuck about this selfish ass decision you're making is me. Your mom wouldn't give a fuck. Your sister wouldn't give a fuck. Your friends wouldn't give a fuck. The only person that would be hurt is me. So for you to decide to do it anyway, knowing that, this is where it comes about me, because it's like, okay, what is it about me that wasn't enough for you to realize I can't do her like that? I can't do her like that because it's her. And I get the personal journeys and all that. People who leave people who cheat on them off rip, I can never argue with these people. Whether I choose to give somebody a second chance or not, I can never argue with that logic. Regardless of what it is, you're with me. And whatever I give you and provide for you, it should be enough for you to decide, this is going to fuck her up. You may want to fuck this person, but you know doing this is going to fuck up your situation here, and that should be enough to make you stop. If it's not enough, your needs outweigh the needs of the masses. The masses being your relationship. I haven't heard too many arguments to change my mind on that topic. Yeah, even if it isn't, it just means you're too selfish. You're too wrapped up in yourself to care about the person that you're with to make a more responsible decision.
So, that song "Black Men Don't Cheat" that is ridiculous.
I haven't heard it yet, but I do listen to
Cut it out. It's kind of cute, but cut it out. I would like black men to aspire not to cheat. That would be nice.
That's what they said. It's an aspiration, right?
But cut it out. But for the most part, when it comes to relationships in general, we talked about dating and I talked about homogeny. But just in relationships and marriages, like I have a few married couples in my life that are very close to me, and we talk about, the things that they're going through, and they kind of like, I don't know, I kind of ask them for advice, more so because they're at a place that I want to be. So, I mean, continue being honest with each other and being just open communication. That's kind of the only thing I have for black people at this point, because black women are so strong and we are silent in being strong. We don't say when we need help. We don't say when we want love and affection. We don't say it. We may be upset that we're not getting it, but we're not saying that we want it. So just be very honest about what you want. And men, being the provider is just attractive, just in general. Mm-hmm. You could find somebody who likes 50-50 and that's cool. But in relationships, just talk about however you want your relationship to be. Just, hey, babe, I know traditionally marriages go this way, but in our marriage, I want it to go this way. And then you can be like, yeah, babe, I agree. In our relationship, I want our relationship to do this. Like, just be very, intentional about how you want your relationship to go, whether you're in a marriage or not. That's all I got for y'all boys.
Beautiful. Okay, so, oh, gosh. All right, Micah, do a WCW real quick.
Shout out to Gabrielle Union and Kavia. Shady baby.
Shady baby.
Love
She's
her.
Like the cutest little fat ass little
I'm just
baby.
So happy for Gabrielle Union on every level. I mean, I've been obsessed with her for the longest.
Yeah, she has.
But everything about Gabrielle Union, if you're listening, if you ever listen to this, oh my gosh, I would die.
Send it to her. We're gonna send her this
so
clip.
die.
We're gonna make a clip.
Gosh,
send it to Gabby.
You're so amazing. You're so inspiring. I love that you do WCWs. I love that you have gotten to the point in your career where you feel like you have to uplift women to make yourself feel better and feel empowered, and it actually makes your light shine brighter. Like, I love that you decided to make that change in your life, and I see you, girl, and you're beautiful, and I love that you are taking care of your body, and I'm so glad that you got the miracle you've been waiting on. So shout out to Gabrielle Union, Kavia with the mean
shady little baby.
Keep it going, shady baby, because those captions, first of all, who's working on those captions? Because I
think it's Gabby. I feel like it's Gabby.
They're on point.
It's Gabby.
So Gabrielle Union is my Gabrielle Union Wade. My bad, sis. I don't want those shade. Shout out to you, Dwayne, for locking down. For locking down Gabrielle Union.
I got it.
Or anybody.
No. Somebody. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do. Her name is Jade. Jade is this little girl. She's probably like,
She's so cute.
yeah, Jade always does like hair tutorials now, or just really random videos. Just cute little girl. She's probably about like 5 now, maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6. I don't know. But her name is Jade, and Jade does hair tutorials lately. I've been seeing her do it. She's always with her mom. She has a little sister. She's the cutest little freaking kid. She's my WCW. So shout out to that little girl. You're freaking adorable, kiddo. Thanks so much for listening. The podcast is available everywhere that you can find podcasts. Send us your questions. Send us your commentary. Send us anything you want us to discuss. We appreciate you. Mucho, mucho, mucho. This has been Let Us Say It For You. Thank you so much.